Hey, here's another story for you out of the newspaper. Why is it a newspaper? Because it puts a noose around your neck and causes you to not have life. You won't have breath. You won't have a brain because you're reading a newspaper. Well, anyhow, it looks like the CDC is recommending that schools at least offer to students the possibility to stay home and do everything online. Now, it appears to me, from what I've been watching and from what I've been hearing in lectures, that ultimately the goal of the cabal system is to get every student online. And usually the system works by increments, that is, small little increments at a time, so that over the passage of a great amount of time, the change is not that noticeable. But it appears to me that the ones who run the system, okay, they want everyone to so-called be educated by going online. And eventually that may be the only option in our land. Okay, so they're using this nonsense, this hoax virus, to try to bring all education online and just simply have youth and children stay at home and go on a computer. And then eventually they just sort of download things into their brain from the computer. So it's like download it onto the computer and then download it into the brain. It appears to me that is the ultimate goal, is to get everything online and to not have much human contact anymore, and to kind of isolate everyone in their own little cage or their own little kennel, because the masks that we wear are basically muzzles for dogs. Okay, so we all wear muzzles around and we all stay in our little cage, and then if you have children, the little children stay in their cage, and if they go outside they wear a muzzle, just to show there is a difference between the cabal folks who consider themselves godlike or gods and the individuals who are inhabiting the earth, the common people. So the common people are treated as animals, and that is true in the cabal system. So basically it looks to me like the overall game plan is to have all education go online. All, that is K through 12, and then of course any higher education beyond that, and to keep the contact, people to people contact, person to person contact, to a minimum, an absolute minimum, so that there can be no real discussions among people about anything, because everybody is in their own little isolated kennel, and the only thing you can do is bark. And if you're in a kennel and you bark, the owners of the kennel have soon learned to ignore the barking because you're caged in. So once again, this is from Erie, Pennsylvania. I'm on vacation. The article in front of you is an AP article. It says CDC head sticking to school opening guides Trump criticized. In other words, there's your false dichotomy, the CDC versus Trump. Remember, all these dichotomies are false because both sides are always controlled in any so-called opposition. So ultimately, this is one little step to get all of education to go online, and thus human contact, person to person, face-to-face interaction is minimized. So I'd like to thank you for watching, and this is the end of the video.